This collection contains an extraordinary number of very rare pieces, objects you just never see. You don't see them in the market, you don't see them in museums or exhibitions. So that's really exciting.
Roger Pilkington started his collection in the late 50s, and actually his span as a collector is relatively short, just 10 years. During that time frame, he put together what is one of the greatest collections of Chinese porcelain today.
The collection spans about 2,000 years of Chinese ceramics. There are some extraordinarily rare Sung pieces, but the really important part are the Imperial porcelains of the Ming Dynasty, 15th and 16th century. All with the Imperial rain marks, apart from the very earliest when the rain mark was not yet in use.
One of my favorite pieces in the collection is the Chonghua Palace Bowl. The Chonghua period in the third quarter of the 15th century is one of the most celebrated in the history of Chinese porcelain. What is particularly sought after during the Chonghua period is that understated aesthetic and the material refinement of the objects.
From the Sung dynasty, there's a very rare kundika, which is a holy water bottle. It comes from the northern Celadon kilns of Yaozhou. It's extremely rare, there's only one other piece in the world. The moon flask is the most unusual object, actually, because it has a pattern like no other pattern in Chinese art. It was meant to be done with a pen and a ruler on a flat piece of paper. And this has been transformed onto a domed, round shape fantastically. It's just one of the most superb objects.
We also have an extraordinary 18th century nephrite Jades brush washer made for Emperor Qianlong, carved with prunus flowers, where you have the flaws of the stone that are very cleverly carved into the design.
Perhaps the most exciting object is a ewer, a pouring vessel made for the Yongle Emperor in the early 15th century, but it has another imperial connection because the Qianlong Emperor, who ruled in the 18th century, chose the companion piece, which is in the Palace Museum now, to feature in one of the most important imperial portraits of himself. And we see next to him an attendant pouring from a vessel like that.
The collection will be a great opportunity for collectors around the world to witness one of the last great intact collection of Chinese porcelain.